many years ago, in a town called Nottingham, there was a very large forest. The name of this forest was Sherwood. The hero of this story, Robin Hood, was also a man who lived in this forest. Robin Hood used to live alone in the forest. When he was still very young, a wealthy man with a lot of money deceived him. Robin Hood was very angry about this. He decided to become an enemy of anyone who unfairly earned money and had a lot of wealth. One day, when he grew up, he made a promise to himself that he would steal their money and distribute it to the rich. Robin Hood, who was very skilled in using a bow and arrow, became famous in the forest where he lived. He started taking money from the rich who passed through there with his bow and arrow and distributing it to the poor, becoming very renowned. The situation had become a big problem for both the wealthy individuals and the sheriff of Nottingham. They wanted to capture and punish Robin Hood. They had even put a reward on his name. The sheriff of Nottingham had announced a substantial reward for anyone who could capture and bring Robin Hood to him. However, Robin Hood was not alone. He had many friends who loved him dearly. Whenever someone attempted to capture him, his friends would quickly alert him. Thanks to this, no one could capture Robin Hood. This situation started spreading and becoming a bigger problem over time. One day, it reached the ears of the king. The king decided to help capture Robin Hood immediately and sent a few of his men to the town of Nottingham. After a while, the king's men also arrive in the town and decide to make a plan with the sheriff's men. The plan will be like this: a big archery competition, open to everyone in the town, will be organized, and it will be announced that a great prize will be awarded. The king and the sheriff think that Robin Hood won't be able to resist participating in this competition. Indeed, as they thought, as soon as Robin Hood hears about the competition, he decides to participate for sure. Then some time passes, and the day of the competition arrives. 10 contestants participate in the competition, and after 10 rounds of arrow shooting, the archer who emerges victorious will be declared the winner. They try to warn Robin Hood and dissuade him, but Robin Hood is determined to participate in the competition. The sheriff keeps a close watch and begins searching for Robin Hood. He asks those around him about his whereabouts. However, those who have come to watch the competition mention that Robin Hood has red hair, and there is no one among the contestants with red hair. Throughout the first 9 rounds of the competition, an unknown man dressed in green wins all the rounds, despite not having red hair and being unrecognized by anyone. The spectators eagerly await the green-clad archer. The archer in green draws his bow and releases the arrow. The arrow splits William's arrow in half and hits the target right in the center. Everyone is holding their breath, watching the competition. Upon witnessing this spectacle, the audience erupts into applause. They eagerly await to find out who the contestant is. Meanwhile, the archer turns towards the sheriff's location and releases 2 arrows. One strikes to the right of the sheriff, and the other to his left. The sheriff, caught in between the 2 arrows and bewildered, doesn't know what to do. In the meantime, the archer in green looks at him, takes off his wig, and tosses it aside, revealing his red hair underneath. The sheriff jumps to his feet and orders his men to capture him. However, after Robin Hood tosses the wig and makes a lightning-fast move, he escapes so quickly that everyone is left stunned. Robin Hood eludes capture once again. The sheriff also doesn't achieve what he had hoped for at the end of the competition. The king becomes very angry. However, the legend of Robin Hood lives on.